Well, well, good afternoon. I'm back once again at my YouTube channel. This is Attorney Ramon de las Alas, and I'm broadcasting from Quezon City, Metro Manila, Philippines, somewhere in Southeast Asia, where basketball is the number one sport in our country. Well, for today's episode, I will be talking about another American Basketball Association All-Star, ABA All-Star. Well, and without much further ado, let me introduce to you my topic, and he is none other than Mike Lewis. Yes, I'm very sorry I haven't replaced the um, sleeves, but well, this is his rookie card. This is the rookie card of Mike Lewis. Yes, and it's very, very beautiful. It has no sleeves. And this is the dorsal portion. Yes, this is the dorsal portion of the rookie card of Mike Lewis. Well, we have a probably the ring light has something to do with it. Anyway, I do not have a refractor card of Mike Lewis, but I have another card of him. Is an obscure basketball star nowadays. But I have another card of Mike Lewis. Yes. And I'm wondering why, well, there is another shadow there. Well, this is one of the earliest cards of Mike Lewis. Yes, and this is the dorsal portion. Very beautiful. Mike Lewis. And who is Mike Lewis, by the way? Well, Mike Lewis, Michael J., nickname Mike Lewis, was a 6'8 forward center from Duke University. He was born last March 18, 1946 in Missoula, Montana, United States of America. He was a two-time ABA All-Star in 1970 and 1971. And he played his best season with the Pittsburgh Pipers during the year 69-70. He averaged 16.2 points per game. Well, average. But he averaged 13.5 rebounds per game, 3.4 assists, and shot 49.6% from the field while shooting 79.6 from the charity stripe. That's Michael J. Lewis. He weighed around 225 pounds during his playing career and was selected by the Boston Celtics as the 88th overall pick of the 1968 NBA draft in the 7th round. Michael J. Lewis played for the Indiana Pacers before the Pipers, Pittsburgh Pipers, Minnesota Pipers, Pittsburgh Condoms. That was the name of the team. They kept on changing, and eventually 2 seasons with the Carolina Cougars in the ABA. He never played in the NBA and only played in the playoffs once during his sophomore season. That's Michael or Mike Lewis for you. Well, that I have no other cards of Mike Lewis, and his biography is kind of short. However, it will not deter me from providing you with more trivia. Let's talk about the Harlem Globetrotters trivia or whatever. Well, the Harlem Globetrotters were Uh, well, they originated last 1926 on the south side of Chicago. They were originally the Savoy Big Five. Well, they were one of the attractions of the Savoy Ballroom because, well, the dance attendance were declining, so they inserted the basketball to the in order to gain more clients or customers. Well, eventually, Abe Saperstein came by and managed them. Well, they even though they originated in Chicago, they were called the Harlem Globetrotters because as Abe Saperstein considered Harlem the center of Black American culture and Globetrotter to indicate and mythologize the team's international venues. Well, there is a signature song. You probably heard it before. It's Sweet Georgia Brown. Well, Brother Bones. It's that Brother Bones Freeman Davis. His name is Freeman Davis, and their signature song is the whistled version, and their mascot is the anthropomorphized anthropomorphized globe, globe for globe or yes, the Harlem Globetrotters have played in more than 124 countries, and they're mostly against their deliberately ineffective opponents, the Washington Generals, then later on the New York Nationals. Well, the last 1948, or well, before that, the Globetrotters were perennial participants in the World Professional Basketball Tournament, winning it all in 1940. In fact, last 1948, the Harlem Globetrotters defeated the Minneapolis Lakers and led the team that was led by the legend George Mikan. Yes. And well, they were able to produce very famous players like Chuck Cooper. In 1950, Chuck Cooper became the first black player to be drafted in the NBA by the Boston Celtics. He was not the first player because the New York Knicks were scheduled to play ahead. That's why Earl Lloyd became the first African American to play in the NBA. However, there were three of them: Earl Lloyd, Chuck Cooper, and not Sweetwater Clifton. Sweetwater Clifton, another Harlem Globetrotter, became the first African American player to sign an NBA contract with the New York Knicks. Yes, that's Sweetwater Clifton. Well, they were during the early 40s. They were led by Reese the Goose Tatum. Prior to Meadowlark Lemon, the Harlem Globetrotters' most famous player was Reese the Goose Tatum. Uh, he was born last May 31, 1921 in El Dorado, Arkansas, United States of America. His number was retired by the Harlem Globetrotters, number 50. He died last January 18, 1967 at age 45. He stood around 6'4", and well, his son who died in an car accident caused him several hospital visits. Well, he died at age 45. He was too young. After leaving the Globetrotters, he also created the Harlem Magician and is a member of the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. Well, that's Reese the Goose Tatum. Before my Meadowlark Lemon, Reese the Goose Tatum was the Harlem Globetrotters' most famous player. Last June 2021, they filed a petition to join the NBA. I do not know what happened, but well, actually, they are entertainers. They are not actual legit basketball players. I do not know. Probably they were rejected. No, the NBA knowing that they will be just making fun of the games. That's why. Well, let's current Globetrotters. Well, let's talk about Jamani Swanson. Well, Jamani Swanson stands at 4 feet 5 inches. He was born with dwarfism, but he plays for the Harlem Globetrotters nowadays, and they will be here in the Philippines this coming November 12, 2024. Yes, nicknamed Mini Michael Jordan for his ball handling skills. Jamani Swanson is a legit member of the Harlem Globetrotters. He was a star player in the New York Towers basketball team, one of the most successful teams in the Dwarf Athletic Association of America. He also participated in the World Dwarf Games. His nickname Hot Shot and has inspired many adults. Yes, he is the most famous nowadays, and the other one is Soul Flip White Jr., one of those more famous 6 foot, a 6 foot Harlem Globetrotters born last December 1985. That's those are the more famous Harlem Globetrotters nowadays. I think they have a lady Globetrotter, Globetrotter, but the retired numbers of the Harlem Globetrotters are Will Chamberlain, the still Chamberlain, yes, the great, the Big Dipper, number 13, number 20, Marcus Haynes, number 22, Fred Curly Neal, number 34, Charles Tex Harrison, yes, and number 35, Hubert the Geese Osby, one of the more famous ones. They are currently coached by Sweet Lou Dunbar, number 41, and Meadowlark Lemon, who's number 36, has also been retired by Harlem Globetrotters. Their first female player whom they actually signed was Olympic gold medalist Lynette Woodard in 1985. Lynette Woodard stood at 6 feet and weighed around 160 pounds during his playing career. Well, she was born last August 12, 1959 in Wichita, Kansas. Same month and day with me. And he played for the Cleveland Rockers in the WNBA 1997 draft, matriculated in Kansas. She is a member of the Basketball Hall of Fame as well as the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. Was also a gold medalist in the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics for the U.S. Women's National Team. Those are the most famous members of the Harlem Globetrotters. They also had Connie the Hawk Hawkins, one of their better and more famous members, the Hawk. And the first Hispanic player of the Harlem Globetrotters is Orlando Antigua. Well, the first non-black player, because he is Hispanic, but The last non-black player was Bob Carstens. Uh, regularly, Bob Carstens, who played with the squad in 1943. He was the third Harlem Globetrotter to become third non-African American, non-black to become a Harlem Globetrotter. First was owner Abe Saperstein, and the second was Rob Nicol. That's the Harlem Globetrotters for you. Thank you very much. We come to a close with another episode of NBA Trivia and NBA Sports Cards et al. Those are the Harlem Globetrotters. Thank you very much. More power to you. Take good care. May the force be with you. See you next episode. I will be producing more and more episodes. I'll be back. Thank you very much. That's it. See you next episode.